Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis.
Do a quick who is Young Dumb Honey Bun.
YDHB, called Why I'm Leaving the Left. And now I had no idea who this person was before I got this suggestion.
Today we are gonna look at Young Dumb Honey Bun's vlog.
And in today's video, we're going to be discussing Young Dumb Honey Bun, aka Sara, which is long overdue.
Today we are going to be discussing the alt-rightification of Young Dumb Honey Bun.
Everyone that she was in med school. Then she said she was getting a PhD. It turns out that she was in an online master's program and didn't do very well grade-wise. She gives really aggressive, not like other girls energy. Like, she has made a comment at one point that, quote, she doesn't like men and other women tend to not like her.
And the reason why you're using a completely different name is because everyone knows what they're talking about.
Welcome to today's video, where we'll be taking a closer look at the YouTube channel formerly known as Young Dumb Honey Bun, now rebranded as The Unpopular Opinion with Sara. Sara started her YouTube channel as an Amberlynn read compilation then reaction channel, but has since transitioned into sharing her right-wing opinions on various topics, including politics, culture, and current events. However, her channel's pivot to right-wing opinions was not well received by her audience, and her subscriber count now sits at just 71,000. Many of her former fans were disappointed in the change of content and found her opinions controversial and divisive. In combination with that, Sara has often been accused of showing traits of narcissistic personality disorder. Let's have a look at the potential influence of narcissistic tendencies in Sara's approach. Join us as we take a deeper look into the world of the unpopular opinion with Sara, formerly known as Young Dumb Honey Bun. In our corner of the internet, it is hard to talk about Sara or Young Dumb Honey Bun without also mentioning Amberlynn Reid. Both of these individuals have amassed significant followings on the platform, but they have also been subject to criticism and scrutiny for their behaviors and tendencies. Sara has often been referred to as the thin Amberlynn Reid because they both seem to share traits of narcissistic personality disorder. While we cannot diagnose these individuals with NPD, we can observe and analyze their behaviors and traits that align with this disorder. Let's take a look at the top 5 traits of NPD that Young Dumb Honey Bun seems to share with Amberlynn Reid. A grandiose sense of self-importance. Individuals with NPD may have an inflated sense of their own abilities and achievements. They may also exaggerate their talents and accomplishments to gain admiration from others.
They believe that they are unique, they are special, and they can only be understood by other special people. And not only that, they will only associate themselves with someone who they see as an equal, but also special and also too good for the field. She has got her qualification in the field, a bachelor's, and this is who she is. Now you've got someone like me who also has a Bachelor of Science in a different field, in psychology, and is currently doing the master's in that same field, and maybe possibly will do something else one day, but right now that's what I've got. We're kind of on the same level qualification wise. I am an educated woman who has ambitions and goals in life, and it is shocking and upsetting and incredibly heartbreaking to see grown adults pushing some children and not actually listening and prioritizing their health and their well-being.
One of Sara's recent controversies surrounds her views on trans people and issues. She has no specialized training in this, nor is she a parent, and yet her grandiosity allows her to think that she knows best.
But prioritizing either their fame because they want to get on TV or write books about it or go around the world and tour, whatever that may be, or just their own ideology, and they want to be like, look at me, look, I have one of these rare Pokemons that everyone's talking about right now. That's how it feels. And instead of sending them to therapy and understanding and dealing with it, they are starting to say things like children should be transitioning at a very young age, below 18. And to me, that in my gut, in my heart, that's like, whoa, slow down. You just need a second to breathe. Tell me why. Show me the evidence.
11, and it was hip hop dance, and I loved it. We performed in front of lots of people, big audiences, and I started doing talent shows. I would choreograph dances. About 5 of them were actually like first prize, second prize. Out of the 5, I won 4 first prize and 1 second prize. But the time I won second prize, the first prize winner was actually one of my very, very good friends, and what she did was a dance slash skit in sign language to the song Lean on Me, and I actually choreographed that for her.
Lack of empathy. Individuals with NPD may have a hard time understanding or empathizing with the feelings and needs of others. They may disregard or belittle the emotions of those around them.
Here's a video of her crying about how fat she is, how she's gonna die, how she is advising everyone to never want to be like her, how she understands that people watch her at an average weight in order to not get any bigger, and she said, I get it. She describes her weight as an imprisonment. She says that this is the worst she's ever felt. Please enjoy.
Please enjoy.
I do have cancer. So it's uterine cancer.
And the informed decision that I am telling you today is that Amberlynn Reid is a very, very, very disgusting person. She's actively crying crocodile tears whilst begging for sympathy, and she has been for a few years now, and she is the furthest from a victim I have seen in a while. We're talking about Amberlynn and her Q&A, in which she said that she knows why therapy didn't work for her in the past, but this time is definitely different, and she just has this very hilarious attitude while being very wrong and ignorant and just blissfully unaware of how the real world works. I mean, what's new? You uneducated, single brain-celled buffoon. Honestly, you absolute moron. Amberlynn is so far removed from the real world. It has not, and it will never, fail to completely surprise me, astound me, blow my mind just how much this girl has no idea about the real world, about how it works, how incredibly privileged she has been and lucky she has been to be able to kill herself on camera for thousands.
There are many Amberlynn Reid reaction channels. Sara often gets accused of bullying rather than reacting. It could be she presents her case with visceral disgust and a lack of humor. This approach, bereft of empathy, leaves us with a critique that feels mean rather than informative or funny.
She proposed to me and we were in love and we had some of our future planned. So yeah, she should feel like fucking utter shit for breaking my heart. Now that we're friends, we can throw shade in certain ways. She has a big mouth. Everyone knows that.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, she's great with her decision. She's just thriving.
I'm not, Amberlynn. This is hard on me too. I'm just trying to...
Friends forever.
Terrified.
Well, at least you're excited, you said. That's a little crazy sounding.
It's because I'm excited to start taking care of myself. You know, I want to go to the doctor, get my skin condition under...
But you could do all that now.
Amberlynn, with us together?
You can't go to the doctor with us together?
I'm talking about taking care of my diabetes, my weight, you with your weight, your issues. We're standing in each other's way.
Okay.
We are.
Next up is the need for admiration. Individuals with NPD may constantly seek attention and praise from others. They may feel entitled to admiration and may become upset if they do not receive it.
My skin looked better, I breathed better, I look good in clothes, girl. Yeah, like, it fits. I love the color, I love how it fits. And I was right. I think it fits me perfectly. Well, my hair, that's a whole other story. I need to like make a whole video regarding my hair. But when it comes to my winged eyeliner, today is like a bad day for that compliment because I feel like it looks horrendous because I've been itching my eyes and it's not that good of a wing today. Sometimes I do like smaller wings, sometimes I do bigger. And honestly, I felt like just doing a low-key wing today. But thank you so much for that compliment. I feel like a lot of people really like when I do my wing eyeliner.
Narcissistic entitlement refers to a belief that one's importance should result in getting special treatment.
When I went to do my first undergraduate degree, which is my degree in psychology, I graduated with honours, and this is where kind of my career began in psychology. I was taught that this is a mental disorder in which the body and the brain essentially feel like they shouldn't be going together. A person's feeling dysphoric, they're feeling a variety of very, very negative emotions, anxiousness, insecurity, a lot of negative emotions specifically towards their body.
Sara seems to feel a modicum of basic education entitles her to be an expert on the topic. She will go on to belittle people with real-world experiencing, eschewing their opinions for her outdated basic education on the topic.
Specifically towards their body, and that, I was taught, needs to be addressed with intensive therapy and working out and prioritizing this person's health, mental health and physical health, and putting forward a plan as to what this person needs, whether that be medical transition or whether that be intensive therapy. That's what I was taught. But now, apparently that makes you a medicalist and a bigot because you deny people who identify as trans to simply go in and have surgeries and have transition without prior diagnosis.
Although it may be different in the UK, it seems highly unlikely anyone is getting gender reassignment surgery without any treatment. Likely responding to a TikTok straw man, she feels entitled to give advice once again.
Never. And so to see young people now who in a lot of these cases have not been educated to any kind of degree about this, who have maybe taken gender studies, saying things like you shouldn't want to fix disability, you shouldn't want to treat disability, you shouldn't want to diagnose gender dysphoria, that is a bigoted term and we shouldn't do this, puts me at a crisis internally, because I have gotten at this point 5 years of education or 6 years of education, if you count my A-levels, 6 years of education where I was taught that you prioritize the patient, you prioritize the health, and you give them a correct diagnosis. That now a 20-year-old is telling me that's not how it is, or a 16-year-old is telling me, well, then that's bigoted and it makes you this kind of person.
People with traits of NPD argue by diminishing their opponents. The people who think differently than she was taught are only taking gender studies or are merely 16 or 20 years old.
For the Slavs, you go for Russians, Polish, like Ukrainian, because I just feel like the industry is so huge over there. I feel like in terms of like aesthetics, you go to like Russians and Polish nurses, and if you want like super good skincare, you go to like Korean brands and things like that. You know how like people just have like the one area of expertise.
And I'm just realizing, you know, I deserve more in life. I deserve a prize for that. I want prayers. I need prayers. I'm begging for prayers. I know that might not make sense to a lot of people, but I feel like when your life is on the line and you feel like you're dying, you start to call out to God, even if you don't know if he's real. Around the community, people have been saying that I am a spoiled brat because I was a little disheartened and I cried and I felt like a failure because I wasn't getting weight loss surgery in the summer and instead I might get it in the winter. Could be anywhere right now. I'd probably lay in a field of sunflowers and just look up at the sky and ask why? Why me?
The final trait of narcissistic personality disorder that we're going to look at for these girls today is arrogance. People with NPD display a sense of superiority and arrogance towards others. They may belittle or criticize those who do not meet their standards or expectations.
Baby girl, I'm in med school. I work full time. I have a degree. I have a whole-ass beautiful man by my side.
If you put down the narcissist or humiliate them publicly, you will unleash rage, and the narcissist will not stop until they feel you have been verbally or emotionally decimated.
I have a family that loves me. We all take care of each other. We love each other. My skin is clear. My makeup is flawless. I am living my best life. My hair is growing. I smell like coconut oil. I am living my best life. And now I will go further. I will go beyond the superficial, beyond what the eye can see. I am an educated woman. I am an educated immigrant woman who has came here with no language, who is now speaking 2 languages fluently, who has a career, who has ambitions and goals in life. Regardless of the coinage that I make on YouTube of your name, I have a successful life.
I'm sorry, but I am fucking repulsed right now with, I guess, humanity, social media, things that other YouTubers are able to get away with. 98% of the hate is because we're fat. My words are going to be twisted and everyone's going to think I'm talking to them. I'm not. I'm talking to the fucking assholes. Point blank period. I have been watching a lot of vlogs lately because I have been into vlogging. Everyone who vlogs, they vlog the same shit that I do. It's always the same shit, just a different YouTuber. But yet, Amberlynn just hauls. Amberlynn just buys stuff. Amberlynn just orders food. My money, my health. What people say is, I just want you to be a good person and to stop lying and to stop doing this and lose weight and take your health seriously. Okay. What about all the other famous YouTubers who have done way far worse? Where are your videos on them? They're a lot more entertaining. Oh, but they're not fat.
It seems clear that both young Dumb Honeybun and Amberlynn Reid exhibit some traits that are commonly associated with narcissistic personality disorder. While it is important to recognize these traits, it's also important to remember that NPD is a complex and nuanced disorder. Not everyone who exhibits these traits will necessarily have NPD, and not everyone with NPD will exhibit all of these traits. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Grab a membership. It makes Rio so very happy. A membership not only gets you in the Discord, but gets you access to a whole bunch of interesting different content, including some pretty gruesome true crime podcasts. Until we meet again, please be kind. And hasta luego.